Hey, today we're out at some California beaches to try out the new Fuji 35mm f2.0 lens. It's a really nice lens. One of the things you might notice right away is it is pretty small. This is a really discreet lens, and on an XT10 body, it's really small. People look at the camera and they think it's just a little compact camera. So we're going to do some street shooting today. I'm near a pier, and we'll see if we can get some interesting images with the Fuji 35mm f2 lens. So let's do some quick fire specs on it. Cost of the lens, $400 US. The weight of the lens is 170 grams. The aperture has 9 rounded blades, which makes for great bokeh shots, nice blurry and soft. The lens is weather resistant, which is really great for taking outdoors and not worrying about the weather. It comes with this nice little plastic lens hood. Shooting, you'll get really fast, super fast focus. The 35mm lens on an APS-C camera becomes a 53mm equivalent. Lens construction, there's 9 elements in 6 groups. As you can probably see, it's compact, lightweight, and super discreet, really small. It makes for a great discreet camera. All right, so let's take a look at some of the shots that I got. Here's the pier from a distance. Just actually before I actually went down to the pier. It's a pretty busy day. It was kind of surprising though, because it was rather cool and windy that day, as you can tell by the waves. One of the things I really like about the size of the lens is the fact that it is so discreet. This person was taking a picture of strawberries, found it interesting. But when I set my camera to electronic shutter, so it was almost silent, people just, I didn't draw attention with a loud mirror slap and shutter. This guy was just grooving along, playing his sax. I had to boost the exposure here. I just used exposure compensation, and I simply was not going to get... He was facing away from the sun and very, very dark, and so I had to just basically blow out the sky, which is fine. Here, and I was shooting mostly at f8. It gave me pretty good clarity, contrast, and nice sharp pictures. And you look over here, there's really great detail off into the distance, all the way to the smokestack way over there. But again, I mean, this is January here when I took these pictures, so not a bad show of people on a January morning at the beach. And then there was this, I don't know what it is, a paraglider, I guess. It was powered. It was a motorized guy, and people were taking pictures of him. And surprisingly, now this is a crop picture, surprisingly, you can still see the detail, even though this is a rather cropped picture. It's a pretty sharp lens, very lightweight. The fact that this weather shield is nice. And here's the pier. Nice long walk pier. And by the way, there's a really cool restaurant down at the end over there. But really cool pier, but pretty busy again. Just happened to get that gull flying over at the right time. Again, a nice discreet lens on that small camera body. You walk around and people, it's not as intimidating as a big DSLR with a large lens on it. And so, people weren't too worried. And neither was this pelican. Actually, the next picture here, I got a great look at the detail on this, on the feathers on this bird here. I mean, all around the edge, because again, it was a windy day. But look at those feathers being blown up around the crest of his head, and just super detail on this. And by the way, you do have to zoom in with your feet, and so I had to get rather close. But this bird was used to people, as you just saw in the previous picture. And I think they get fed all the time, like squirrels or pigeons or whatever. But so I think they were well used to people. This is the same bird. It's the exact same bird, actually. He just turned around, and I just shot from the railing. This is a different bird on the other side of the pier, but as you can see. I also had my camera ready just in case something happened, like that bird started pecking that lady's head. I would have got it on camera. And here's somebody texting while fishing. So, is that fexting maybe? I don't know. Anyway, and I like the poles and the shadows on here. This is the other side of the pier. As you can see, the waves are coming in there. But great, fun little camera to, as I just walked around and found all sorts of different people. I found this composition rather interesting. Now, this is the pier from obviously lower, but there's 4 people completely oblivious to each other. One's dancing, one's staring off in the distance. I think one's looking at their phone, and one's just walking on the beach. Here's another angle of the pier. Another person from the local area. This kid was hopping up, had to move pretty fast to catch him because he was moving and grooving. And then the sun started going down, and I like the silhouettes of these palm trees being blown in the wind. Then here's what I did. I started shooting from this angle, just kind of getting the angle of the pier with the sun kind of blowing out the trees and everything. And I got several different people, and after a while, this woman and her 2 kids were standing next to me, and she goes, "Did you get a picture of us?" I said, "Yeah, I think I did." And I showed them. I go, "Oh, okay. Could you send that to me?" I said, "Well, would you like another picture? I mean, I'll take another one." And so they posed. They went back, and kid had a shark, and the girl had a French fry. But they wanted to pose, and so she said she'd get in contact with me so I could email her the picture. But yeah, and this was near as the sun was setting. People were heading out to go fishing, which I found interesting. So there you go. There's some of the examples of the images I got at the Oceanside Pier. Hey, so I'm just about to head home. The sun is beginning to set, and it's getting a little chilly out here at the California beach. But I thought I'd give you a little bit of recap of my impressions of the 35mm f2. It's a really nice lens. I like the fact that it's small, and if you've never used a fixed prime lens before, it takes a little bit getting used to the fact that you have to move with your feet as opposed to moving the zoom. But it's such a discreet lens, it really doesn't draw any attention. It's easy to put it back in and out of a camera bag, or if you're hanging from a camera strap, it really doesn't draw much attention at all. As I said, on the XT10, it looks like a compact camera. But some of the pictures I got from it were pretty impressive. Very quick to focus, and nice sharp resolution. In fact, I had to, with a bright light that I had to stay at around f8 or so because there was so much light at one point that my shutter speed was limiting it, and so I had to actually go to a smaller aperture. Anyhow, fantastic lens, highly recommended for the price point. Weather sealed for the price point, hard to beat. The equivalent of about approximately a 50mm lens, so your nifty 50. This is it. I know that Fuji makes another one, and it is a 35mm 1.4, so you get a little bit more light, and it's a little bit faster, but you don't have weather sealing, and it's a little bit larger of a lens. But, your mileage may vary. People appreciate different aspects of the lens. This lens, though, for me, would be a great lens to carry around. When it's not on the camera body, it is really small, very, very lightweight, nice and compact. So you barely even notice it if it's not on your camera body. But once you put it on the camera body, it's nice and discreet. Great street photography lens, by the way. So great lens, and hopefully this little review was helpful for you.